I'm going to show you an exercise where we're really working on coordination of the shoulder blade and how it moves against the rib cage. So typically we can move our shoulder blade in a lot of different motions. Okay? We can do elevation, like a shoulder shrug. We can do depression, where we're pushing that shoulder blade down our back. We can do retraction, where we're pulling our shoulder blades back towards the spine, or we can protract that shoulder blade, where we're pushing our shoulder blade forward along the rib cage towards our flank or our side. We can also do, circular motions, and then we can kind of rotate that shoulder blade to change the angle of the glenoid or the socket of the shoulder blade. So either oriented here, or when we lift our arm overhead, it orients and rotates so that angle is a little higher, right? This motion. So when I do this, you'll actually notice my shoulder blade kind of rotating and then also protracting slightly as I come up overhead. So we really want that shoulder to move in a lot of different directions to make it a really healthy shoulder. So this exercise specifically is going to use one of those muscles that helps the shoulder blade move called the serratus anterior. And so it attaches to the medial border or the inside border of your shoulder blade, wraps in between the shoulder blade and the rib cage, around the rib cage, and attaches here towards the front of your ribs. Okay, kind of like little finger projections coming forward. So this muscle is going to help keep that shoulder blade pressed against the rib cage while we do movements overhead or use that arm in a bunch of different ways. Right? A really mobile shoulder joint. We can reach all sorts of different degrees with that shoulder. So it's really important to maintain that shoulder health by keeping a good position in the shoulder blade. So I'll take you through this. You're going to start on hands and knees. We're going to get in this position here. All we're going to do is drop our chest down towards the floor. And then to do the actual exercise, we're going to keep our arms straight, press our hands through the floor, and then push our back up towards the ceiling like so. I'm just going to repeat that. So you see it a couple times. Note my arms, my elbows are not bending at all, keeping them nice and locked out and straight. The movement comes at the shoulder. It's the shoulder blade that's moving against the rib cage. Okay, we can make this a little harder by going into a plank, starting out plank on elbows, this, and the same movement. Drop the chest to the floor, press the back up towards the ceiling. Chest to the floor, back up to the ceiling. Okay, and then you can make this even more challenging by going into a full plank. Drop the chest to the floor, press up again. Arms completely straight. Got good core control here. I'm not letting my hips sag. If you can't do this, you got to go back to that quadruped position or back to a plank on elbows. So you'll notice it gets kind of heavy breathing when you're doing this exercise. I want you to do this as many times as is prescribed in that exercise program. And we're just going to keep working and getting that movement coordinated so your shoulder can be healthier